Legend sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another vlog. I thought that for today's vlog, we would just catch up a little bit. I think it's been like, God, I don't know, a week since I vlogged or something like that, like properly anyways. So, you know, now that I'm feeling a little bit better, my sinuses are clearing up a little bit, I am getting back into the swing of things with like main channel filming and editing and stuff. I thought that we would catch up. We would do like a little Q&A. I'm gonna answer some questions that you guys might have about our move and catch you up with some more house updates. As you can see, we've got a couple little things changing. We actually have someone coming to the house in like a few minutes, so I'll try to make this quick. We'll start with the home updates. Everything's a work in progress, so we're getting there. There's been a lot of like little kinks that we have to work out, and we knew coming into this house that there was a lot of work that needed to be done. Like there's like a lot of landscaping outside. They need a new AC unit, which is happening very soon. There's some like electrical stuff that needed to be done. The fireplace technician needed to come out, you know, just like little things like that. So one of the final things is we're getting our TV mounted today. We decided to hire a TaskRabbit. This man has, I think it said like over 2,000 TV mounting 5-star reviews. So we trust him. So he's gonna come do that because I've never mounted a TV before, and neither has Drew. And with the previous tenants leaving holes, it just feels safer having a professional do it. So we're doing that. But anyways, okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's start with, we'll try to get as much done before he gets here. We'll start with the living room. I feel like this is the most improved area. So here's what it's looking like now. The couch obviously is exactly the same. We did put the 5x7 rug that was down here up in our bedroom, and now we have an 8x10 rug down here, which I think looks so much better. It really warms up the space. It's super cozy. I love that there's like little bits of the sage green that match the built-in. We have started like adding a couple little things on there. The TV is gonna go up there, which is gonna be great. We can actually like sit down here and eat our dinner and like watch a show and chill on the couch after work and like be able to watch something as opposed to watching it in our bed. But yeah, I love this rug. So this is a great one. We have a similar one to this, but we've had it for like 7 or 8 years. It had dog and cat throw up and pee and poop, and like it had been washed a million times, so it was definitely time. And then we did get a new coffee table, and look how much better it looks in the space. I mean, I preferred the legs of the other one, but this is a lift top coffee table. I can't do it on one side, but this part lifts up because that's just, we're TV eating people most of the time. So there's that, and then there's also little drawers on the front where you can put like, you know, remotes and little things like that. And then there's obviously storage in there as well. We've got little sneak peeks of what I thrifted in the last vlog. I think this vlog, no, you're gonna see this before the thrifting video comes out, so it'll be a little sneak peek. But yeah, we got some coasters to go on there. We got our little vintage cushions that came in. Look how cute. We need more. This isn't gonna go here, it's just there for now. We need a nice little throw blanket. We'll probably have a couple of those. I thrifted this adorable lamp. I thrifted like the lamp base. It's like a dark wood and it's twisted and it's so pretty. I got it for $19.99, and then we found this little gingham lampshade to go with it. How cozy is that? We have a handmade art piece that was made by one of Drew's family members, I think like his grandma's brother or something, and that's gonna go right here. It's in our old house right now, and it has like a little mushroom cutout and a little shelf, so that's gonna be like a dark brown piece of wood art right there that we're gonna put little trinkets on. That's gonna be great. These are the light fixtures that are going in the bathroom, the replacement. And then like, I don't know if we're gonna put something here, like a little entry table, or if we're gonna put our big gold mirror right here. The only problem is I don't want the door to hit it, so we'll figure that out. Biggest update is we got the ceiling fan fixed. It's not making crazy noise anymore. Well, we got it replaced. There's one in here and then one in each of the bedrooms. They still needed to put it in Drew's office. They were like really busy that day, but they're coming this week to fix that. What else? We got some trinkets over here. We've been going a little crazy at the thrift store, but we really want to add like our books and things like that. So that'll come with time, but here's a little progress. We also did drill the hole in here so that those cords don't have to come up out of that cabinet. There's the TV mount that's going up. We have all thrifted art right here, which is so nice. We have we decided right here we're gonna put like a mixture of plants and vintage teapots. So we got a couple of those. We're definitely gonna put stuff on display in these as well. I just feel like that needs so much cool vintage dishware, glassware, trinkets, etc. What else do we have? Coffee station hasn't changed that much. We want to put a plant over here. We thrifted this little doily and this plate, so maybe we'll put like a little plant. Not sure if that's gonna go there. We are gonna put like a mat under the coffee table here, but as you can see, this thing is already ruined. Like it has cat scratches all over it and like, it's fine. But we will get like a little thing. Over here, we have our little dining area. Again, work in progress. Gonna put lots of books, plants, cute little things. We're thinking we might swap out these cushions. Like it just needs color, you know? So maybe a little rug under here. So cute. I love this table. We just got like a little round table, and then this cute little set of napkins. These vintage napkins are so cute. Also, side note, I found these little teapot key holder things and I'm obsessed. I also recently picked out this frame from Etsy and we put a picture of Layla and Moo in it, and how cute is that? We're waiting on the little hanging thing to go up, and it's gonna go on, dun 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 dun, our little gallery wall. It's obviously not done yet, it's a work in progress, but this is all thrifted stuff that we're gonna do a gigantic gallery wall going up the stairs. So for now, we have all these thrifted bits. I think this one might be my favorite, this little cottage, and then we found this. Is this needlepoint or cross stitch? I can never tell the difference, but we love that one. This is probably gonna go here. So we're definitely, or maybe here. So we're definitely making our way. It's gonna be so nice afterwards. I'm so excited. Then we have our bedroom, which is starting to look more like a bedroom. Ceiling fan, thank goodness. We have a bed frame. Can't really see it, it's low profile. And we are eventually gonna get our mattress, and it's taller, so it's gonna look a little better. So we put that rug up here, as I mentioned, and I think it looks great. Listen, I've seen some of the comments. The carpet isn't ideal. We do think there's a really good chance of it getting replaced down the line, so we're just gonna be patient. We got some furniture in. I'm thinking I'm gonna, oh my god, not the dust. I'm thinking I'm going to try to do these in like a brass paint. I think that would look way better than this kind of like pewter gray color, but I think it'll add to like kind of the vintage look overall. We had our TV up here. We removed it because it's going downstairs, but we will put like a smaller TV right here, and there's Drew's Xbox. We got this tall dresser going right here. Definitely gonna get something like a, you know, a couple tall plants or whatever, some art. We want to get a little lace or crochet runner to go over here. Don't mind my phone. We thrifted this lamp. Look how cool that is. I think it was like 14 bucks for this vintage brass and glass lamp. Obviously we have our nightstands, but we need little table lamps. We need some of those. This is our bedding. We actually have bedding that I like better, but it's in the wash, so this is our current gingham setup. Got to do something over the bed. Nothing too heavy because I don't want it to fall on me. I really do think we're going to try to do some sort of reading nook thing over here, but we'll see. That'll be a later project. Walking into our bathroom, we have our little bath mats that we've had. These were actually in our downstairs bathroom in our Arizona house, but we have that. We got some kind of like royal blue, not my phone being in every shot, sorry. We got some like kind of royal blue or like navy blue to match, and I think it all goes well together. This thing simply must go. Like, who installed that? That's horrible. We're gonna get rid of that and probably just put like a hook up here and then hang these on the hook. And then of course we'll get some sort of cute little like storage bin solution, or maybe we'll install shelves, I'm not sure, for like more storage, and then plenty of storage in here. So that's our bathroom currently. And then we have this guy's room slash office. We have his cute little desk. I think maybe this was already in there. Oh yeah, it was. And the chair, but we hate the chair. We're swapping out the chair, it's fine. Ceiling fan needs to go up. Gonna do some sort of like corner shelf over here, I think. Obviously need to cover the spackled walls with like some art. Day bed still needs to go here, but we're currently sleeping on the mattresses for the day bed, so work in progress. I did order some peel and stick wallpaper to test out on this, and we'll just sort of see what happens. And that's kind of it. Maybe like a little nightstand with some plants or something. Definitely a rug. Cover this.
That's it.
That's it. Oh, and then of course, Drew and I were both just saying how much this little plant shelf, or this shelf, needs some plants. Ooh, this is kind of a cool shelf I could just stand here and talk to. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the house updates. I don't really think we have anything else to update on. Like I said, the bathroom lights are getting replaced. Lots of repairs and things, but like, oh my gosh, so grateful. This landlord is incredible. We love both of them so much. And like, yeah, lots of stuff to be done to the outside. We're gonna have a TV downstairs by the end of the night, which is great. We're gonna go back to Arizona at the end of next week. By the time you guys see it, it'll probably be like a couple vlogs from now. And we're gonna get some more stuff. We're gonna get some of our plants, some wall art, our ice machine, to make another trip, and we're going back for Drew's mom's birthday, most importantly. And that's pretty much it. I guess maybe I'll answer some of the questions. We'll just have a very nice chatty vlog, and then I may end up leaving at some point and doing a fitting room video today. But we'll see about that. I need to get my water for this because I like to yap. Let's see, do you fit right there? I mean, sure, that'll do for now. Okay, let's see. I really haven't taken a look at these at all. So let's see what you all wanted to know. Okay, first one says, Drew's favorite Bob's Burgers episode and why?
Favorite Bob's Burgers episode?
Yeah. He said, let me talk my shit real quick.
I'm coming. Here comes autism. First one, probably food trucking, because it was the first Bob's Burgers episode I saw. And it's funny. Bad Tina, that's the one where Tammy farts. And I literally woke you up.
One time, Drew was watching that episode and he was laughing so hard, and he physically like woke me up, like shook me awake. He was like, you have to watch this, and rewound it and made me watch it.
Bad Tina.
He likes a lot of Bob's Burgers episodes. How much time do you have?
All Bob's Burgers.
Literally all of it. What songs are you loving right now? I have not listened to any new music really. I like what I've heard from Audrey Hobart. I like Sabrina's new album. I've been listening to Ariana's album. Actually, I've been listening a lot to like the Positions album. I feel like it's one of those albums that like, I don't know, people didn't appreciate until years later. What else? I'm always just honestly like reverting to nostalgia at any moment. So I'm listening to like 90s alt hits, Spotify playlists and stuff like that, you know. Drew and I listened to, I'll link the playlist down below. I can't remember what it was called, but we jammed for hours on the drive over here. Like, we listened to so many songs from like the 90s and early 2000s. It was great. What is a recipe you've been loving lately? I need more dinner ideas. So do I. It's one of the biggest question marks in my life, is like, what do I eat for dinner? Lately I've been showing it so much, but like a teriyaki chicken bowl. Like, I take ground chicken, cook it with like a little bit of carrot. Like, you can either shred the carrot, like, you know, shred it, you can grate it, you can use like the peeler and make ribbons, and then you add I think it's called bachans or bachans, teriyaki sauce, like the Japanese barbecue sauce, and put it over rice with some broccoli, and that's my favorite meal. There's a few questions like, how are you handling the vibes in your country right now? How are you staying distracted from all the crazy shit going on in the world? I think everyone is like doing the same thing. Like, are we all not dissociating a little bit and like just, I don't know, crashing out multiple times a day? I think the biggest thing is having dedicated time where you just freaking log off and like touch grass and like talk to people in your real life and like have conversations with people not online. And like, I have been really trying to not fall for like rage bait and engage with that kind of like discourse online, because it's designed to like really wreck your nervous system, and I don't need to see 200 takes about the same situation, you know. So yeah, that's kind of my biggest, I know it's like, obviously it's important to stay up to date, stay notified, stay informed, and everything like that, but it's also really important to take time and like step away from the internet. Why YouTube? Why not YouTube? I don't know. Are you asking, why did I start a YouTube channel? Because I was a YouTube viewer, I guess. Why am I still on YouTube? because it's my job. But I just genuinely love YouTube. I love watching YouTube. I am a YouTube stan. I have so many people that I love watching. I watch more YouTube than I do TV. Like, I just love YouTube. Oh, I think our repair guy's here. BRB. Okay, now I'm up in our room. We're gonna answer some more questions. Do you think that going between Arizona and California will just make you feel unsettled in both? I think in some instances, yeah. Like, obviously this isn't gonna be a long-term thing for us. I've said that from the beginning. It's just gonna be like a few months, but it's already kind of a logistical headache. Like, you're just sort of like, okay, well, and then what about this and what about that? And it's definitely just a unique thing that we're trying out, and it doesn't make sense to everyone. It doesn't have to make sense to everyone. It's our life and our decision that we've made together. But yeah, I don't think it will help feeling settled, but at the same time, we're just kind of enjoying this unique situation we're in while we have it, and getting to be able to have it be open-ended and be like, let's go back to Arizona for Drew's mom's birthday, like we said, and like we can stay for as long as we want. There were actually quite a few people that were like, why don't you just rent an Airbnb or a hotel when you go back to Arizona? And that costs, like, for about a week, that costs as much as a month's rent in our house costs. So it's just kind of like one of those things where it's like, we might as well have a space that has all of our stuff and be able to enjoy that and be able to have it be open-ended. And if our nieces have anything going on that we want to be in town for, or, you know, my mom's birthday is coming up, things like that, then we can enjoy that. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I saw some other questions about like, how do you make it work financially or make it make sense financially? It doesn't really make sense financially. It's just sort of something that we're trying, you know, we're just testing it out. I've seen a couple questions about like, how is your recovery going? How are you feeling post-surgery? I think tomorrow, or by the time you guys see this, I'll be 8 weeks post-op, which is crazy that it's only been 8 weeks. Like, it seems like longer in some cases, but in other cases it feels like it's yesterday. And the fact that it's not even been 2 months yet is crazy. I'm feeling better every day. I have much more of an appetite now. I feel like I'm getting a lot, and this also like kind of is concurrent with my therapy that I'm in right now. And I'll probably talk about therapy more in like a future vlog and like what therapy I'm doing and all that kind of stuff. But in conjunction with that, I've been able to like incorporate more foods. I've had a lot less fear around food. I feel like I'm able to eat more balanced meals. I'm able to tolerate more foods, things like that. So there's definitely still other things going on, but it's much more manageable now. I feel like I'm able to like go out and enjoy a coffee, which is something that I couldn't even dream of doing 8 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm feeling really, really grateful, and recovery is actually going pretty well. I mean, it's kind of like up and down, but right now I'm doing pretty well. How many questions did you get about marriage, kids, and pets? Love you, LA happy, by the way. Almost every other question is like, have you changed your mind about having kids? When are you and Drew getting married? The very first question was, when are you and Drew getting married, type of thing. It's just comes with the territory. It's fine. It's not fine, but so happy you guys are back in California. I feel like you blossom there. That is so nice. Does it ever get tiring moving back and forth? Do you hire movers for big items? We've hired movers every time up until this time. And yeah, I guess sometimes it gets tiring moving back and forth, but I don't know. Like, I grew up moving, and that's just what, moving is such a touchy subject for people. I've noticed. I've seen other creators open up about this recently, like Shelby Church, like Lauren Giraldo, like Nikki DeMar. Like, I've seen a lot of people talk about moving and like their audience's reaction to them moving. I remember even when I used to watch Gabby or Gabby Lindley back in the day, like she used to get tons of comments like, why do you move so much? I don't understand why people care if people move a lot. Like, I don't know, to me, I grew up moving all the time. I went to like 9 different schools throughout my life, and like it was just normal for me. So I don't know, moving is normal, and maybe that's something that is weird or I don't know, different to you, but I just don't see it as a big deal. So tiring moving back and forth, I mean, moving itself sure is tiring, but everyone I know who's renting moves like every 1 to 2 years. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always perplexed by people's like really kind of intense reactions to me moving. I'm not saying this person is, by the way. It's just like, I feel like moving is a topic that people just, they're like, I don't know, they view it as a sign of like instability, or like you're this wild, crazy person. And I don't know, like, just like a new space. So I mean, sure, if we were to move back and forth between Arizona and California every single year, that'd be one thing, but every move we've had up until this point has been just, there's been a big reason for it. And we actually only did every 2 years up until recently, and we weren't even gonna move back to Arizona, but we had family health stuff happening, so that was kind of like, I don't know, to me it felt like it was a perfectly valid reason. But no, I don't really get tired of it. How many times a week are you gonna go to Disney? Hopefully a lot. Hopefully a lot. Sorry if you can hear the sounds downstairs. Hopefully a lot. I think we might go this week after work, but we haven't been yet since we've like actually lived here, because we moved in, a couple days later Drew got sick, then we were kind of laying low, I was kind of doing some things, and then I got sick, and so it's just been like a slow start. But there's gonna be so many Disney days and nights. Like, we're living in an area where we can go like after work if we want to, like we're close enough to that, so really excited. Can you talk about how you don't drink caffeine anymore, trying to get closer to zero too? So this actually started probably in 2013, so it's been a good 12-13 years since I've had coffee with like caffeine regularly, and like soda with caffeine and stuff. And this truly only began as a anxiety preventative. I was having horrible panic attacks. My anxiety was so bad at that point in my life, and I was developing agoraphobia. I was having panic attacks every time I left the house, every time I drove, every time I got on a plane, every time I was like, I mean, I was having them in the middle of the night. It was truly hell. I noticed that my anxiety would ramp up like a lot more after I would have coffee. And one day I had a iced coffee from Dunkin', and I had the worst panic attack of my life. It was truly debilitating, and I was like, I'm done. And I had seen a lot of, you know, I'd been doing research online and stuff, and a lot of people talking about how when they stopped drinking caffeine, it made a massive difference in their anxiety. And every time I tell people that I don't drink caffeine because of my anxiety, they're like, oh, I could never, like, and I was one of those people as well. But I am telling you right now, it has made the biggest difference in my anxiety than anything I could ever. I mean, obviously you're taking a stimulant every day, like, and it's not great for your nervous system, so I'm not like anti-caffeine by any means, but it also wrecks my stomach when I have it. Like, it makes me nauseous and sick for like 12 hours. I don't know, I have such a sensitivity to it if I've ever been given like caffeine by accident, like at a coffee shop or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it is the biggest thing that I would recommend if you are looking to change your anxiety. And I know people don't like to hear that. They're like, I'm never gonna give up my caffeine, I'd rather have panic attacks. And I'm like, that's fine, that's your journey, but I simply couldn't live like that anymore. So I drink caffeine-free Diet Coke, I drink decaf coffees, and I live my life. I don't know, to me it's worth it. But yeah, of course I miss that feeling. It took me a long time to like be able to wake up naturally on my own, because that was really tough. Thoughts about friendships changing, especially in your 30s? That's a big one. I feel like that's a big topic for like a lot of my friends, because in your 30s, everyone is on different paths. I have some friends that are child free. I have other friends that are moms of multiple children. I have friends that are moms to like grown children, like adults, 18-year-olds. I have friends who are pregnant right now. Like, there's just, everyone is on their own path. And so I think sometimes it's totally different than it was when you were in your teens or in your 20s. Like, you have different priorities, you're a mom, you have a really high demand job, whatever it is. So it can be difficult, and it does feel very like businessy. You have to schedule like, oh, I'm free on the 24th, are you free on, you know, whatever. But I do think that that just comes with friendship and adulthood. And I have so many thoughts on this topic. Maybe I'll like do a whole like, you know, kind of vlog podcast style chat about that someday, because really there is so much perspective that I feel like I could add, especially as a child-free person, and like showing up as a friend to my friends with kids, and how difficult it must be for my friends who are moms to like not have the same time for friendship that they used to. Like, there's just so many different angles. But yeah, I mean, the majority of my friendships have changed in my 30s, and I think like when it comes time when our friends' children get older and they're in different places in their lives, then like you can probably have more time for girlfriends and come back together. But like, it's a very interesting topic, and I think more than ever, especially because of the pandemic and especially because of social media, we're feeling more connected to a bajillion people on our phones, but like most lonely and isolated we've ever been. You know, kind of weird. Why don't you receive a crazy amount of PR like every other online girly? I don't like PR. I mean, I occasionally get things, like I get stuff from Wandering Bear, the coffee company. I used to get Grande Lash, you know, occasionally like tanning products, things like that, but I don't like a lot of brands to have my address, number one. And number two, I don't know. I find the PR thing to be a little bit much. Like I see people who are like, I just got back from vacation and I have 200 PR packages. I'm not judging the people themselves. I'm judging like the brands. Like it's just creating so much waste. And I've seen like the packages, these big packages that these things come in, and I think it's really creative and wonderful, but I don't know, I don't want to have that much stuff. Why not move out of the US? I'm literally not kidding. Drew and I think at one point in our lives will live out of the US. It's just like it's a logistical thing. And especially right now, like our parents are getting older, and you know, growing up in this crucial time, like for our nieces, being like a part of their lives is really important to us. You know, just things like that. But honestly, like, I'm literally not kidding. If the UK had better immigration laws, like if this were pre-Brexit, Drew and I would probably already be living in the UK. I'm like literally not kidding. But then they have their own stuff that's going on right now as well. So I don't know. I do think that will happen at some point in our lives, even if we just try to live somewhere for like a short period of time. But it's just really difficult. If Drew ended up getting a job at like a UK based company or something like that, and we were married and we were able to like both move there, then possibly. Otherwise, maybe like, I don't know, I know Ireland is a little bit easier, but still, I'm not sure. But I really do think, especially these days, that's becoming more and more enticing. How do you deal with comments about marriage/babies from people IRL? I'm being so honest, I never get comments from people in real life about marriage and babies. Literally ever. I have never once that I can think of in this moment gotten comments from people telling me, you know, you need to get married, you need to have babies. In fact, it's kind of been the opposite. It's been like older people in my life encouraging me, being like, I don't know, I wouldn't do it again or whatever. I only get comments about it online. I don't know. I think that probably says something about the people that I surround myself with in real life. Everyone in my life is just so supportive and wonderful. And I mean, maybe if I were to like see extended family more, like maybe they'd make offhanded comments here and there, but no, I genuinely do not ever get comments from people in real life, and I feel so lucky. Okay, I could literally keep going. Maybe we'll do it in a future video, but we're gonna end it here. Future travel plans. I think for now, the only travel plans we really have are going back to Arizona shortly, and then just kind of like enjoying this chapter of life, settling in here. Obviously we'll go back for the holidays and things like that. We have family coming to stay here. We'll hopefully have friends come stay here. There's just gonna be, I think, a lot of like being here in California for the time being. I don't think we're gonna go anywhere before the end of the year, but honestly, I am such an impulsive traveler. I don't like being like, okay, next March, I'm gonna go to blah, blah, blah. Like, I wanna go now. I wanna look and, you know, find a last minute sale thing and just like hop on the plane. And I don't know, that's definitely the ADHD in me. But I mean, if I could choose, we all know we'd go to the UK. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Okay, we're gonna stop it there. I'm gonna check on the progress of the TV. I think I may end up filming this fitting room video while I've got the energy while I'm going, and maybe I'll like do a little bit of lunch beforehand and then we'll head out, but we'll see. Hopefully the next clip you see of me will be our lovely TV mounted in our living room. I'm so excited. It's the little things. And just like that, she's done. We have to get the right sized like extension cord, and then it's gonna go in that little thing. And then I think we're gonna put something here like a plant or a shelf or something to cover that. And we have a TV. So exciting. That was our first experience ever using a TaskRabbit. Fantastic guy. He was done in 36 minutes. Gotta love it.
Well, I didn't do it.
Yeah, me too.
That whole wall would have been fucking torn down.
Alright, we made it home. Actually, I have filmed an entire fitting room video since the last time I saw you. Whoops. I got distracted. But now I just scarfed down some lunch. I had pre-made these like egg bites for breakfast. And then when they were in the oven, I completely forgot and I brushed my teeth this morning and I was so annoyed. So I just had it for lunch with like some other little snacks. And I am prepping some croutons for dinner because I have some leftover chicken from last night that I want to eat. And I'm gonna make myself a chicken Caesar wrap. So I am making some homemade, slightly burnt croutons so that I can have those for tonight because I don't want them to be hot. I want them to be nice and crispy and like room temp. I like a cold chicken Caesar wrap. I know everyone's different, but I like it to be cold. And all my other stuff is already cold. So that is pretty much that. I'm back on my hint water BS, by the way, in case you're wondering. I love these. I love every single flavor except cherry. I'm not a big cherry person, but there's blackberry, there's pineapple, watermelon, lemon, blueberry, peach, raspberry, like there's just so many and they're really good. Anyways, Drew just finished his lunch. He was watching Bob's Burgers. Now I'm kind of on my lunch break. I'm gonna probably do some computer work, import some footage, do all that kind of stuff. But it is so nice to be able to have this, like a real living room to work with. Like tonight, it's gonna be so great. It is so hot outside right now and it's so hot in here. But it'll be so great to be able to like eat our dinner right there, watch our show. Oh, it makes me so happy. I honestly think though that I'm gonna end this vlog here because it's probably long enough. Sorry it was kind of random, but also I know you guys like chatty vlogs too, so I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see me do like another video soon where I answer some more of the questions. I feel like I just never get around to all of them because I don't want it to be 2 hours long. But yeah, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog and I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye.